The fun hobby of geocaching is celebrating 25 years in action, and that includes a real large group of geocachers here in Grand Rapids. I am joined now by a geocacher extraordinaire, if you will, Mike Brace. Mike, thanks so much for being here. You've got some really cool props. You're going to tell us all about geocaching if folks aren't familiar. But 25 years kind of as a hobby as a whole across the country, and I'm sure across the world as well. For anyone who has not heard of this, what is this hobby all about?
All right, so geocaching is a high-tech treasure hunt.
Yeah.
For me, I love the technology. I get to use the GPS, go out and play, go out for a hike in the woods. It's great to take a walk and get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The thrill is really in finding the cache.
Yeah.
GPS, really accurate, gets you within about 20 feet, but then it's the creativity of the individuals who've hidden it that really shines and really is what I find so exciting.
Yeah.
And then you find it and it's exciting, and you sign your name in the logbook, go online, log that you found it, and then the online system keeps track of it all for you and take you all over the world.
So cool. We've got some really great pictures of you and your family that you've been doing this with your kids over the years.
Yes.
Which is really fun. We can play those now, guys. As far as, okay, I'm interested in this. This sounds fun. How do I get into it? What's your advice to people?
It's really easy. Go online, the geocaching.com website. The intro membership is free. They have an app, geocaching app. You can put it on your smartphone. That's definitely something that's changed. When it first started 25 years ago, we didn't have smartphones.
Yeah.
So you'd have to print off paper,
yeah.
Take it with you with a clipboard into the woods, and then write down what you remembered and then log it when you got home. But now with the apps, as long as you have signal,
yeah.
you can do it anywhere.
And this is not a Michigan-specific thing.
Definitely
This has
not.
taken you all over the country on vacations with your family. This is kind of all over the place, which is really fun.
Yeah, actually all over the world.
Yeah.
It's. I think there's about 3 million caches worldwide that are active right now. In West Michigan, we've got about 2,000 active. One of the pictures on there shows like a shot of Grand Rapids with all the
cool.
all the available hides, and it's directed vacations for us because there are get-togethers. A couple of the pictures were showing some of the events. There's regional events, like a local event might happen once a month, and then there's state events. I think there's one coming up the end of July. That's a couple hours from here. And then we've been to several of the international events, mega events or giga events they call them.
Cool.
And there's thousands and thousands of people at these.
And we have a pretty sizable community who's into this here in Grand Rapids or in West Michigan, which is really fun. Okay, so you brought all of these props. And so for folks who are familiar, what are we looking at here? You know, this is kind of what it looks like, but obviously out in the woods or somewhere.
Sure. So geocaches on the site, they'll rate them in different sizes. A small cache they call a micro. That could be anything from the size of your pinky up to one of these like little containers here.
Yeah. And this is cache, I want to specify, C-A-C-H. You're not finding actual money cache.
Yes,
in
unfortunately.
Case anyone gets confused there. You know, you're finding items and boxes and things like that.
Sometimes there's a couple coins, but that's
cool.
about as valuable as it gets. Then this will be like a small one. This is like a Tupperware or lock and lock container.
Yeah.
This ammo boxes like this are really nice. They call this a regular size.
Cool.
Sometimes people get extremely creative, like this particular one. This is a 3D printed puzzle that you have to solve to open. I've seen 3D printed pine cones.
Wow.
And it doesn't actually have to even be this. I've even seen where they'll take like a Ziploc bag and they'll cover it in camouflage tape and then slide it in between something.
Wow.
So again, the creativity that people can bring to it is just incredible. And if you got a picture over here, this one is kind of fun. This bolt might not
looks like a regular bolt.
Like a regular bolt,
but no.
it's magnetic onto there. And if you unscrew this, there's actually a hidden container inside.
So fun.
Yeah, these are popular on guardrails, for example.
And so you're going to look for these. Do you also hide caches?
Yes.
How
For
does that
someone
kinda
starting
work?
out,
Yeah.
we don't recommend hiding until you've found probably about 20 to 50.
Yeah,
So
kinda
you
get
can
the lay of the
get the lay
land.
of the land.
Yeah.
But yes, I've hidden probably a little over 100 over the
Wow.
years, and I've been doing this since '03, so I've had a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, really I think one of the big points is just it's about location. You want to hide the cache in somewhere you want to bring somebody to, something neat, something unique, something special to you, commemorate something. We have a series of history-related caches around the areas.
One that has to do with the weather ball.
Yes, one that has to do with the weather ball.
Here at their tender side.
Yeah, it was down right at the Michigan National Bank building downtown, and it all had pictures of the history of the weather ball and talked all about it. And
So fun.
where you're standing is where it was.
Yeah, that is so
But
neat.
yeah, just lots of fun seeing places.
I'm sure you have so many great memories with your kiddos and your family doing this as they grew up.
Absolutely. One of our favorites, kind of as a family, we found in Oklahoma, was one of the pictures that flashed up. We were driving along on the freeway, and it showed up that this cache had a lot of favorite points, that people had ranked it really well. And this part of Oklahoma is just kind of rolling terrain. There's not a lot, a few tumbleweeds, kind
Yeah.
of thing. And this little tiny road goes off to the side, literally 1 mile off the interstate, and bam, there's this waterfall.
Oh my
Like this
gosh.
whole canyon, there's a campground, zip lines. We're
Wow.
like, what is this? Where did this come from? And again, we wouldn't have found that if it wasn't for the geocache that brought us there.
Wow. So it's not just,
So-
it's much more than just the item that you're finding or, the box that you're finding. It's bringing you to really, from the weather ball to a hidden waterfall in Oklahoma. So many
Right.
cool places
Right.
that it can bring you to. Very cool. Okay, one more time. If someone's hearing about this and they're like, hey, I want to try this out this summer with my family, what's your recommendation there?
Yeah, so go onto the website, sign up for a free account, get the app for your phone. They've got it's pretty self-explanatory, walks
Yeah.
us through how to set it up. Pick a cache to find that's easy difficulty.
Yeah.
They're ranked difficulty and terrain at a 5-point scale. So pick something that's a 1 or a 2, in those areas, so you stand a good chance of finding it.
Yeah.
And if you've done a couple or you're not sure, there's event caches. They're also listed that you can come and meet other people.
Oh, cool.
We're always more than willing to
Yeah,
talk and
kind of
share.
find some
Yeah.
pals to help you out with
Yep.
the hobby. Very cool. Well, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this. This is so neat, and it's been around for a while, but it's continuing, obviously, to have traction, here in our area and across the world, which
Oh,
is
yes.
really neat.
Yes.
All right, Mike, thanks so much for coming in. We're going to take a quick break and then talk all about an event coming up this weekend in Ada.